Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. This is Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things underneath a common sense lens. And well, looks like the Walt Disney Company has done it again, boys and girls, because for that almighty China dollar, they have decided to hide the fact that their lead character in Captain America: Brave New World is black. Just like they did with, of course, our dear sweet Ariel movie out there as well, the Little Mermaid remake that they did before, like they did with Shrinking Poe and everything else. Well, now it's official. We've got the photographs to prove it. That, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Disney is back at it again. We're proving that once again their virtue signaling about diversity, inclusion, and equity is nothing more than that. Absolute virtue signaling, because they will do anything to make sure that they get that almighty China dollar, just like we have seen happen so many times in the past. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got the article right here for you from thatparkplace.com. Captain America: Brave New World marketing in China removes Anthony Mackie's skin color for a second time. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, not only have they done this once, but they have now done this twice, and color us shocked there. Just like with the Black Panther poster, they made sure that they put the mask on T'Challa's face for the Chinese box office, but of course they had it completely and totally revealed of Chadwick Boseman in the American one. This is not the first time they've done this, and it's no big shocker there whatsoever, and Disney should be called out for this kind of nonsense, garbage, absolute BS hypocrisy. And that's exactly what we're going to do right here. So we're going to check out this article from thatparkplace.com, getting all the juicy details, and of course show you the pictures as well. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing. We just crossed 1,600. We're on our way to 1,700, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, let us know what you think about this in the comments section down below. Does it surprise you at all? Do you think Disney was finally done doing this after getting called out for it time and time again? Or do you think it's just standard fare because, of course, you got to appease that almighty Chinese dollar? Let us know what you think about that in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to support the channel, please check out the links in the description as well. All right, from our dear sweet Montanero over at thatparkplace.com. Disney has once again altered promotional material for Captain America: Brave New World in China, this time taking things even further by completely removing Anthony Mackie's likeness from a stand-up marketing display. The display, meant to showcase Captain America in action scene against Red Hulk, features the villain prominently, along with the iconic Captain America's shield. But instead of showing Mackie's face or even his silhouette, Disney has replaced him with a featureless red figure, scrubbing his skin color and identity entirely. And this is just absolutely insane. And shout out to Verbal Riot, and of course talking about this as well, as you can see here. And I mean, maybe this is made up, maybe this is fake, but it sure doesn't look like it to me, boys and girls, because who's going to put all of that effort in there? And even then, the hairstyle is not even right for Anthony Mackie. I don't know what this is supposed to be in any way, shape, or form, but it's clearly not Anthony Mackie as Captain Black America, boys and girls. While the display could be perceived as a photo op that allows fans to stand in Captain America's place, it rings particularly strange and overly convenient in the Chinese market, given the country's long and well-documented history of hiding black actors. The latest movie doubles down on what was previously reported regarding the Chinese poster for Brave New World, which has already diminished Mackie's post. So as you can see right here, from a very similar thing, you got him shrunk down quite a lot. Can't see his hands. You can barely see his face. All of that kind of stuff. Color us shocked there. It's just more of the same from these guys as well. You shrink him down on the poster to make him not quite as noticeable, just like we did with Finn in the Star Wars, the Disney Star Wars poster out there, boys and girls. The Chinese poster pushed him into the background and partially obscuring his face. Now in this new display, they have erased him completely. This is not the first time Disney has altered promotional materials to appease Chinese audiences. The company, which frequently champions diversity and inclusion in the West, has consistently caved to Chinese market preferences when it comes to minimizing black actors in its films. When Star Wars: The Force Awakens, they did that to John Boyega. We talked about that as well, as you can see here from the posters. Obviously, in this one, they completely and totally removed John Boyega. They didn't even do, oh yeah, they shrunk him. Look at that. You couldn't even see him. He's all the way down here at the bottom versus the prominent spot he was over here in the United States and in Western audiences in general. And then, of course, same thing with T'Challa by putting the mask on him, once again reducing this over and over again. So the contrast between Disney's actions in the Chinese market and its behavior in Western countries couldn't be more blatant. In the U.S. and in Europe, Disney relentlessly pushes diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, race-swapping beloved characters, and using its platform to lecture audiences about social justice. Yet when it comes to China, one of the world's largest film markets, Disney conveniently abandons all of its supposed values, catering instead to a regime and culture that has repeatedly shown hostility towards non-Chinese representation in film. And once again, it just shows you exactly why Disney Disney has no problem clearing out all of the activists right now. They decided to remove all the gay stuff from all of their children's entertainment because they were never a true believer. Bob Iger was never a full-blown member of the cult. No, everybody, the majority of people out there in Hollywood, and especially all the people in charge of Disney, Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, Disney, Pixar, all of that kind of stuff out there, no, they worship at one altar and one altar only, and that is the almighty dollar. And like they said right here in the article, China is a huge box office market. I think they said their first movie make $1 billion in a week over there. So of course, Disney Marvel wants some of that Chinese money out there, even though they only get 25% of the box office return over there. But we know, of course, most people don't know that, and especially Disney's investors don't know that. So of course, it looks really good on the box office numbers if they release in China, and it does really, really well. As to whether or not this movie will do well in China, probably not at all. But Disney marketing is clearly doing its absolute best to hide Anthony Mackie as being the lead in this movie, so hopefully they can trick more Chinese audiences into going and seeing it. And of course, we know how the CCP likes to censor things, and of course, they're going to go out there and do this kind of stuff as well and bow down to hopefully get that almighty China dollar. But like I said, it's a paper tiger. It only looks good on paper. It doesn't actually equal any money in the bank for them. So the erasure of Mackie in Chinese marketing sends a clear message, not just about Disney's hypocrisy, but also about how little they actually believe in the values they claim to stand for. When given the choice between protecting their bottom line and standing by the representation they force feed to audiences in the U.S., they always choose the money. And that's an absolute fact in every way, shape, or form. And like I said, this is not something that they haven't done before. This is stuff we've seen a million times before, so it should come as no shock if there's anybody out there going, well, that's not real. I'm sure they didn't do that. Why? Why would you think that? Why would any logical, honest person think that? They wouldn't. All of you little screaming children out there in the comment section that are going to go, they didn't do that. It's not real. It's made up by AI, yada, yada, yada. Why? Why would you think that? Why would you give Disney the benefit of the doubt in any way, shape, or form on this? This is not the first time they have done this. They have edited things for the Middle East, removed scenes. They removed the gay kiss scene, the blink and you miss it one out of Lightyear, so that way it could premiere in the Middle East. They do this stuff all the time to appease other markets, because guess what? They don't believe in all of your woke values like they have screamed and said that they do time and time again. No. At the end of the day, Disney is a business. Marvel is a business. Star Wars, even though Kathleen Kennedy is probably a full-blown believer in the woke cult, is a business. And they have to make money. And so they will absolutely kowtow to the beliefs and the requests of the largest movie market, arguably on the planet, boys and girls. So yeah, for all of you out there that go, yay, we love having Captain Black America. He's absolutely Captain America. Da, 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 da. Guess what? Just like we called out Captain Black America right from the beginning, this was nothing but a diversity, inclusion, and equity virtue signal. Disney has now proven that that's exactly what it was. They never wanted to make Captain America black so that way black people could feel represented. No, they wanted to do it as a virtue signal to keep all of the crazies off their back. And guess what? They will gladly kowtow to China's censorship anytime they think they can make a dollar. Disney Marvel is nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. And when Captain Black America fails massively at the box office, not only in the States, but also in China, it will once again be exactly what they deserve. Because it doesn't matter how much pandering you do, if you do not give us a good, compelling story with characters that we all know and love, you're going to flop. Because at the end of the day, kowtow to the CCP all you want. The fans, the audience decides what succeeds and what fails. And Captain Black America is going to fail.